What's up? Good to see you all. Casey at the Guardian Oracle here. A little bit late, no surprise there. Huh? It's always hard for me to be on time when I have a million obligations and you never know what's going to happen next. Or who needs help. That's part of being a benevolent soul that is an alchemist, that helps others. When they need it the most. That's what we're called here to do. So I got back from Boise today. I went and picked up a bunch of materials. I'm getting ready to start a cedar planked fence. So yeah, that was my day. And then it was really awesome. I was supposed to go to Oregon today from Idaho and go drop off my 3 older kids with their father, and I got a call from my mother this morning, who I haven't seen since December 15th. She says, "Hey, I'm going to be in town. What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm actually got to get up and get ready to take my kids to Oregon." I said, "So I better get going." She goes, "Well, actually, I'm on my way there." Well, actually, there's this dead spot, and we call it the Wall of China, coming around a corner from where she's at. It just goes dead. And I was like, "You're cutting out at the weirdest times." And she's like, "Yeah, I know." Well, then it cut out. And then she called back, and I said, "Are you going around the Wall of China?" And she goes, "Yeah, how'd you know?" And I said, "Mom, you know what I do for my sole purpose, right? I know things." She goes, "Well, I don't mind taking the kids for you. I'm already going that way." And I was like, yeah. So today I got some really unexpected, some help, which was nice. And I received it too. So it was nice. I got to see my mom for a little bit, and then she got to come and see the baby. She's only seen her a few times since she's been born, but it was really nice to be able to not have to drive that way. Kids got to spend some time with their grandmother, and I was able to go grab a bunch of 2x4x12s for my stringers on the cedar fence that we're building around our own property, and then I will be starting a remodel, building a loft on my neighbor's house. She had a tree fall on her house, so we are going to be adding onto her house and doing a little extra, and giving her sacred space. She's very spiritual, and she loves her cards and her meditation and would like to get back into yoga. So it's one of the things I love about being a general contractor and owning my own business is I get to create beautiful spaces for other people. They say home is where the heart is, and when I get to be able to do that for other people, it's so nice. I don't know why I was using the lighter when I have my candles right here. So today I felt the need to, as soon as I get in here, before I get out here, I'm like, man, I wonder what I'm going to channel about. It's not that I'm shut off, but I don't really ever know until I sit literally in this chair at this table. So that's why I kind of just pull on whatever comes out, because that's just kind of the way that, I guess that's the essence of my soul, and kind of what I'm here to do is not really pull or direct a thought. If I try to reach into there 90% of the time, I'm not going to get the appropriate message or what really needs to come out at this time. And it seems how my channel is really about the evolution of the soul, and helping soul family get the messages that they need, whether it's confirmation or whether it's something they've been thinking about. It brings it all back to a resonance for them and what they're going through. So that's kind of how that goes. So I sit here and I got a little, I wouldn't say, I'm really getting this space where I really am trusting the universe, in such a huge way. I wouldn't say that I didn't trust the universe before, but I'm getting to that part where I know I'm protected. I know that I'm, on my life path of doing what I was sent here to do. For now, it might change and look a little bit different in the future, but for right now on this timeline, I'm here, and this is what I'm doing. So I just set a really strong intention that whoever's on here and whoever's watching is going to receive the messages that they need most at the specific time on their timelines, so that there can be some growth in your soul and unlocking certain things or letting go of certain things. It might just, certain things might come through me. For those of you who don't know me, hi, my name is Casey. I live in Idaho. I am I'm a channeler. I work with spirit. I have all the clairs, psychic abilities. I'm a medium. I can channel from a lot of different benevolent deities. I am a Pleiadian starseed. I have some pretty ancient wisdom and knowledge that I am unlocking within my own self as I transcend my own fears and my childhood traumas and my lower vibrational choices. But all of those were meant for a reason, to set me on the path I'm on now, and I use that for wisdom and knowledge. And I just, I'm certain that everything I went through is exactly why I'm on here, for a reason, so that I can talk about it, so I can help other people to understand, you know, the things that they've gone through and the importance of sharing your experiences with others, because we never know whose life we are going to positively influence or be able to help. So, you know, for those of you that are going through hard times, I just want to tell you that, first of all, I love you. There's no wrong path unless, I mean, you're doing dark, evil stuff, and that's a free choice that you have. But if you're out there soul searching and you're trying to figure out what you are and what you're here to be and what is it going to look like, all of those things, they matter, but they all come in the right, perfect timing. And what you need to know at the right time is going to come through, because there's steps to it. And we don't, what we think are the steps and what it should look like, 90% of the time, from my personal experience speaking, is not what it looks like. So that's where the trust and the faith comes in, that you're always being led. You're never alone. These miraculous beings are always around us. You have several guides that you come in with that are here to help you go through this. And your guides, if just like you guys get on here and watch me, I'm able to channel. I have a lot of my same followers. Got my family in here. I got Hot Rod. I got Garden of Venus. I got Essie. Thank you so much. I love and appreciate you too. I'm grateful. And I am also grateful for you guys. It's already been such a, man, working with you guys and being able to have this entanglement. I cannot tell you how much you guys help me grow. Doing your personal readings, being able just to get on here and allow a flow of energy to come through me. I even get messages through the messages that come through, you know, when I reread certain things. So it's so divine, and it's so on time and perfectly written. And with our own free choices, we're creating. That's exactly what we're doing, is we're creating. So thank you guys. I love you. I'm so glad that you guys are here. For those of you that ordered a personal reading, I have some more that I have uploading right now on YouTube. When you do videos, you gotta record it, and then it takes time for it to upload, and then it goes through processing, and then it creates a link, so then I can copy and paste that link to your email and send it out to you. So for those of you that have ordered a read from me, they are coming. For some of you, I feel like there's certain aspects of things you're going through within these days before you receive your read, which is why some of them are taking longer to upload, or I have others, you know, the way that they come in orders, the way I've been doing them. I just, you know, try to catch up on everybody's stuff and then still put content out there so that we can keep the channel growing. But I have this feeling like the reason that some of yours are going to come out exactly when they do is because there's certain things you're going through at this time while you're waiting that is going to create a it's going to make sense, because there's certain, I've seen a bird fly by the corner of my eye, which is my one bird is my confirmation, like spirit's like, yeah. So I know that there's big things evolving in your life, certain conversations, certain things that are coming through, certain news. A lot of you are being able to, things are getting put in your path and you're executing it. You're thinking about what you're going to say before you do it, or let's just say this, before you react. You're working on becoming a very powerful alchemist as you reprogram your brain to what you used to just spout off. Now you're like, you know, I really just, that's okay. That's that person's perspective. Or you're noticing unhealed people and just working on yourself and thinking about, you know, maybe even sharing things about your journey, or, you know, there's things happening on a huge collective level. Garden of Venus, you guys are so awesome. Thank you guys all for being in here and joining me. I hope it helped. Did you guys get the update that I was going to do a live for some of you. I know sometimes I just pop on here and I forget that, you know, I just think you guys will get the notification, but maybe me putting it on there, I figured out how to do it to schedule it for the time. So hopefully you guys were able to see that, and that's probably why I had a few of you already waiting in here. So I will remember to start doing that. This is a learning process for me. I'm not never done YouTube before, so I've watched a lot of YouTube, but so this is all new for me. So thank you guys for working with me as I figure out the ins and outs of this platform, because I'm just kind of an old school cowgirl and I just go with the flow of just life. So even trying to figure out how to copy and paste the emails, sometimes I gotta reuse that part of my brain. Funny when you live in the spirit all the time, outside of, you know, pulling a tape measure, I do that really well. And numbers in that aspect, you know, a lot of the time it's becoming consciously aware and self-aware constantly as my main focus is. So all right. Okay, I'm going to call in the guides if you guys want to set an intention right now. Just talk to your guides. Anything that you'd like to come out or like to know about, or, you know, ask for a sign. Something that you've been wondering about, or, you know, touching on certain subjects that it would, you know, align with your soul for the highest good of your soul and those that you're around. So you guys can do that. That's how energy works. My guides will carry it through. Your guides will carry it through. You know, I always turn your guys' energy back into love and send it back to you at the end of the read. If you know, you want to consent with your guides to open up your energy so that you can receive more in-depth messages, you're more than welcome to do that. You can trust me with your energy. I will always alchemize that and heal and transmute it, and turn it back into love and send it back to you guys. And what I don't grab, Archangel Michael, your guides, and the universe will. Okay. I'm sure when people rewatch the lives, they're like, man, this girl's just always yapping. But I guess like I said, I do things a little different on here. I don't just jump right into the read, and I guess that's just spirit coming through, kind of. And I guess that's how you build a family, right? That's how you build a team. And we talk, we communicate. You know, it's not like I'm just on here recording. I like sharing things with you guys. I like talking to you guys about things that happen in my day, or, you know, it's what it's about. It's about love. It's about coming together. It's about sharing this unique time and our energy together. So here we go. Holy Spirit, holy angels, benevolent beings of the highest bright light, I call on you for clarity, guidance. Allow me to be a channel. Holy Spirit, I ask that you would get me out of the way as I channel these messages and allow me to be a benevolent light for others in this time. I'm so grateful for this collective, and I just ask that you would continue to guard our hearts and minds and allow us to tap into the frequencies that are for our highest good. My intention for this read is for the highest good of the collective and those that you know will watch and tap into. I ask that you would put this channel on the path of those who need it the most, and that it would help with a great immense deal of soul evolution and awakening within their own being. Archangel Michael, I call you in to guard the gates as I channel these messages. I demand, declare, and decree that no weapons will be formed against my collective, those that would tap in and tune in, or myself, so mote it be. De berekeo tea shakatea poranana yekitea tea. A te kira po ye te shikira potea nanana yekitea to yeke shakotaya manana yekitea. Te shokotea patea nana yekitea pode shikotea. Azra ke roto para ye shikira poya no mote ke shikia. A papa ye kere te te de tututu yo monona ye kete shakate apoye. Te boroto te ke shake te tutra papa ye she te ke mononi. A pakate te shake apoye. So mote it be. While I was praying, I seen waves of yellow. I would say would be about this color. Frequency is what I started to see. Um, it could be something very important about an energy of river, a river of energy, the ebbs and flows. Um, Today the weather here has changed quite a bit. It became really, really warm, and it got really windy, but it was still pushing around a very warm energy. And then as I left where I live and started to head back towards Boise, it became really stormy as we were leaving. I was like, dang it, I'm going to miss the storm because I love when it rains. I love when it storms. I love that jam-packed feel of energy from the storm. I just do, and I always have. And the wind just right now, it just starts kicking up. So a lot of things I notice when the weather starts to change, that other things are changing too, because it blows in energy and blows out energy. And it's said that a lot of the weather comes from the Garden of Eden. It's an energy. It is spirit. So maybe some of you have been noticing maybe the energies around you lately. Maybe feelings within your solar and sacral plexus, flutters in your heart when you start opening up your mind to your heart and your heart to your mind. I feel like a lot of you really have been working on the crown chakra and focusing more. Maybe some of you have actually been seeing waves of blue and green, who have been, whether you're just laying there and getting ready to go to sleep, or you turn off the lights and your eyes are still open. I feel like some have been experiencing waves of energy, or almost seeing like seeing the energy, but in the night. So it would be like pixels of, like, you know when we were kids and it would have like the ant race, the black and white on the TV, kind of like that in the eye. But when you close your eyes, I feel like you guys are starting to open up the crown chakra, noticing sounds and animals a lot more. I feel like maybe some of you guys have maybe been lighting candles, or went and got candles, maybe setting up some sort of a sacred place for you to just sit, or you're starting to find a place where you like to go and sit and be with yourself and be with spirit. And if you haven't been, maybe that is a confirmation for you if you've been thinking about doing that, or that is something that you will be guided to do. So if you feel like buying a candle, or you feel like lighting it, if you walk past the table and you see something there, or you feel like cracking a window or opening the door, do it. If you feel like, what, look out the window, maybe you need to walk outside, maybe there's going to be a sign or synchronicity for you. So follow where you're being led. Remember, everything that comes from the light is of love. It's of forward thinking. It's of thoughts of evolution. It's thoughts of really working within yourself. That really starts depending on what level of awakening you're at. That conscious thought form, you're being open to it. So if you're having that, that means you're opening your energy to evolution of your own soul. And like the purple candle just did a crackle. So that means you're tapping into higher conscious forms. You're being able to start see down this energy, and it starts within the selves. And then as you grow within that, you will be given a platform or a stage or a place to share your wisdom and knowledge in due time. It could be in your inner circle, it could be at work, it could be within your own family dynamics. I always like to say, when you start with yourself, it's a lot easier, because when you're not seeing, kind of, we have expectations as humans. We have expectations. That's just normal. I expect this to happen, or, one way you might be feeling and going through something might be a completely different way that somebody else handles it. And you might not be able to understand that, or because you're being, trying to be an alchemist and focus on the positives and uplift others. Remember, it's still their journey. You can hold space for them, but don't get disappointed if you're not seeing that happen right away. Spirit is working on those people. You can pray and you can send them love and positive energy, and just surround them with love. Just think of them and put loving energies like a gold bright light all the way around them, and just let them know, from your soul to their soul. Don't get the mind out of the way. Anything they've done, any betrayals, any hurts, and just send them love. You guys will see when you leave this earth and you go up for your life review, you're going to get a replay of your life and where you did good and where you didn't. And a lot of you, this is coming through for a reason. Some of you really missed the mark in a past lifetime of using energy the way that you could. And I think this whole read is really going about using energy is what I'm feeling. Understanding that we're all energy. The planets, the cosmos, the stars, even our body, it's just atoms. We materialize. I listen to a lot of DeLorean Canis. Why am I saying that? Dolores Cannon. I'm getting my words mixed up. And she talks about literally when you leave your house, because it's energy. This is really crazy. This might blow some people's mind, might be over your head. But your house really isn't there. It doesn't materialize until you come back. It's all energy. Everything is made out of energy. She gets pretty deep in those convoluted universes and stuff. I really like listening to her. I like the mind benders. I like getting in my head and rewiring a lot of stuff, but always taking it with discernment and what my truth is and what I listen. The closer I get to myself when I listen to things like that, it's a lot easier for me to navigate through. Even if it's one of, my spiritual leaders, she tells me, no matter how powerful somebody is or how wise or, how renowned they are, their truth might not be your truth. You have to always lean on your own discernment. Discernment is basically intuition. Use your intuition. Use your little antenna centers, whether you get goosebumps or you feel a feeling in the pit of your stomach that's like, oh, something's wrong, or a flutter in your heart that's excitement, or, listen to your body, because, your emotions, your energy will reflect within your body and other people's as well. So, all right. Can I get some messages from the universe? Holy Spirit, holy angels. Thank you guys all for being here. Love you. Count all of your blessings, even the small ones. Show gratitude and appreciation for all that you have in your life and all that has yet to come into. Your best days are still ahead of you. Isn't that a wonderful thought? We're talking about thought forms. We're talking about creating new psychic pathways within our programmed brain that everything in this world literally will lead you to fear, anxiety, the rush, the pace. Doesn't matter if it's on news, doesn't matter where it's at. It's just to recognize that for what it is and just realize you have free choice to be different. I'm not going to rush. I'm not going to freak out. I'm not going to do what everybody thinks I'm going to do and freak out, right? Counting your blessings is super important. When's the last time you guys really thought, what is a blessing to me? What is considered a blessing in my life? What things matter? Having a car that runs. You might not like your living situations, but you have a place to be. That wanted to come out. It might not be ideal and it might not be what you want at the time, but remember that you're there for a reason. There's something there in this place. It's a secret. It's hidden. It's for you to find it. It's for you to progress from a certain level. If you have arguments or disagreements or, differences in opinions in the way that you are in a certain space, say you're living with somebody and it's a difficult situation for you. Know that you're in that space for a reason and there's soul growth. Whatever, if that person irritates you or, patience is the biggest one, because even it might not be just the situation itself, but it might just be growing you in patience, because when you start working with spirit more, you really have to be patient with the messages that come through. You might not understand it right away. Might not make exact sense for the timeline that you're on, but it will. And when you can reaffirm that within yourself, that is the most important thing, that you are receiving the messages. And the way I swear when they come through and it's serendipitous, it's one of the most remarkable feelings, because you start tying these pieces together. Spirit ties the pieces together with your soul. Your spirit, your soul's leading you all the time. It's just this linear brain that's a little bit slower. So be patient with this part of your mind, okay? Because you already have all these gifts. You're already very intuitive. You're so knowing. A lot of you are very old souls that watch this, or you wouldn't watch me, gab on here and talk about all these things. You have a deep knowing. You know that you have a deep knowing because you're constantly seeking. You are so much closer to a powerful breakthrough than you may realize. You have been praying for things to heal, new opportunities to appear, relationships to improve, and these prayers will be answered soon. The affirmations, somebody doing affirmations, working on, I see somebody who goes to say something, it's like, oh, that's not really how I want to say it, or that's, you realize that something may have triggered you, or you're in an energy, you can feel like that, if you're running late, or you know what I mean, and it's easier to snap at somebody, you're reeling back in. You're really focusing on, okay, so my shoelace is untied, forgot my purse in the car, my phone's still on the charger at home, it's fine. Everything happened for a reason, whatever it may be. Realize that maybe you needed to go back to the house because the stove was on, right? Or you never know, a dog, got hurt in somebody's backyard and crawled into you. You never know. So just know that everything's for a reason. There really is no mess ups. It's just a puzzle that we're here working. And the coolest thing is when you start realizing you have these affirmations and these positive thought forms that you're creating, you're going to find that you gravitate a lot, you magnetize a lot more of that towards yourself. You're becoming an alchemist. You're becoming a spiritual alchemist. You're learning to work with energy. And even when you call on your guides, you're like, hey, can you help me heal and transmute? Which means turn and change or stop this frequency that I'm having and help me turn it into something different. They already know how to alchemize. We just have to ask. So, and they'll help you. Your guides will help you all the way. Call on the archangels. I call on Yeshua. I love working with Jesus. He is a very so loving of that love in the heart is where we are able to do this. Okay, so love covers the multitude of all things. The only thing outside of love is basically ignorance, spiritual ignorance, or self ignorance, not being aware. It's not that you're dumb. It's just that you haven't learned yet. You haven't been taught. You're learning. That's why you're watching this channel. It's because you're learning. You're growing. You're interested. You can take what I say or that I channel through me that fits for you and leave the rest. You know what parts are for you. You hear messages for a reason from all different aspects in your life. Oh my gosh. What time is it? 6:11 on Oregon time, 7:11. That's a 9. Ending of a cycle. This purple candle literally just blew out a smoke ring, and I don't know if you can see it on the live, but it came up in a circle, and then it figurated and turned into the infinity sign and went up. So that's pretty unique. See, stuff like that, man. 7-11 and 8-11. I said 8-11, so 8-11 could definitely, those are powerful numbers. Whether you just look them up as they are or add them all together and get the total sum of what that is. That is definitely for somebody's. Maybe a lot of you have actually been noticing times a lot more on the clock. Noticing, like when you're touching papers, or you're looking at your speedometer in your clock, or you're seeing speed limit signs, or people are talking out loud. Yeah, there's 22 of them. And then somebody will be like, hey, 33 after, meet me in the office. You're starting to notice, and you're like, your ears perk up. Your spirit guides are like, antenna. Those numbers are for you. You'll learn how to work with them and what they mean to you. Numbers are one thing that comes through constantly for me. All day it's a number thing, especially if I'm driving in the car, especially sitting passenger. It's like license plate, license plate, license plate. Today I seen 777, 22, 33, 44. Then my phone it'll be 222 on my phone, and then my phone's at 44%. So I know when those numbers start coming through that I'm aligned with where I'm supposed to be going and what's supposed to be happening. I trust that. And then I'll ask my guides specifically, what does that mean? Why am I experiencing this? I do know in its alignment. I haven't figured it all out yet, but I know in the perfect timing that I will. When there are questions you need assistance with, go inward. Sit with yourself, meditate on the question, and ask for help also. Then trust your intuition, as most often the answers are guidance, and guidance will be delivered to you intuitively. We are with you always. Isn't that cool how everything we talk about literally comes out on the card? Bottom of the deck. Your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold suddenly propel forward. Move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention most. Make decisions rationally but sensibly. I feel like for somebody it's like maybe you have a hard time making decisions and you kind of weigh them out, or if I do this or if I do this, you're going to start learning to go with the flow. A lot of this really seems to be about energetically moving forward. Abraham Hicks is awesome. Man, I haven't listened to her for a minute. I do listen to a lot of her. I listen to her meditation things in the morning. She's really great with manifestation, and I love the way that she's just different. Same energy as Dolores Cannon, though, in the aspect of seated knowledge. Hi, Morgan. How are you today? Thank you for coming in and stopping and hanging out. All right, Spirit, where would you like to guide us? The messages that we need most. Sun, the stars, and the moon. Angel number deck. We're already talking about numbers, so why not get them out here? I heard 3. 3 by 3 by 3. 4 by 4 by 4, and 6 by 6 by 6. And 666 comes out. I'm going to put it back in there. If it comes out again, it'll be meant to be. I heard just shuffle. All right, here we go. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, messages we need most for the collective tapping in right now. The sweet is timeless. Whenever you see it, it is meant for you. One more. Ancient Wisdom, Akashic Records, 666. Number 1818, having the willpower. Wow, significant events are on the cards for you. You will progress in your endeavors and gain new experiences. The right people and resources will be put on your path. An excellent proposal or change is coming. You're destined for greatness. And as I say that, I can hear a crow going over the top of my shed con. So the raven, or I believe it is a raven, could be a spirit animal for you if that's resonating for you, or you've been experiencing the raven as well, or maybe even had a dream of a raven. You might want to look up that totem animal. There definitely could be something in there for you, or a hidden message of some sort. We've got 0330, that lucky shirt. Maybe somebody really does have a lucky shirt for somebody that's like went out for a job, or maybe it's possibly is a green shirt. I'm looking at the green candle. Or a black shirt. It's like their favorite black shirt. Pursue your goals and get what you want. It will provide wonderful benefits for you and the people you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving at this time, which will make it easier for you to interact with a broad spectrum of individuals. Communication is something that stalls a lot of things for a lot of people because, like I was saying, if two people are going through something, they handle it different. The way that you would handle it is, especially if you're spiritually becoming more aware of yourself. And when I say spiritually, I mean, I throw that word out a lot, but it really is just with the essence of your soul and who you truly are, and tapping into where you are led. Maybe the people that you interact with a lot don't really have that, so it is, you guys are on two different patterns of programming within the mind, dimensionality, so it can make communications difficult. And part of being an alchemist, somebody that can turn a situation into something completely different, is being understanding, being patient, and listening with your spiritual ears. Not just what they're saying, but try to really understand what it is they're saying through their emotions and their energy. Understanding energy that come off of people. We're already very super empathic. So instead of the mind trying to say, what the fuck are you trying to say? Are you trying to start some shit? Really, the words that are coming out of the mouth might not match the energy. Maybe they are hurting and there's something in them and they just kind of have this blockage and a throat chakra blockage. You know, maybe they haven't spoke their truth a lot, or they've been victims of certain things, maybe victims of their own circumstances. You know, we want to see everybody grow. We want to see everybody thrive. We want to see everybody be able to create their own the possibilities to become a better and more evolved person are there. The energies are there. It's becoming self-aware. So the best way that I can say that I've become more self-aware is understanding how I treat people by understanding how I've been treated, how I don't want to be treated. People remember what you say. People remember how you treat them. So when you can tap into that, and if that's something that is like a core wound for you or a soul scar, is lots of abandonment and like what you do for other people probably haven't done for you in the past. So we carry that. You know, why did we not feel good enough? Or how was me being loving always get me on my ass? You know what I mean? And that was just for us to see that we're very sensitive to energy and that we are very, we're more tuned into energies than we really realize that we are. We might not realize it's energy, but we have so much empathy for other people. Like, man, I hope you make it through it. Or, you know, you can understand, like somebody with an addiction, and you know they're just a wonderful person and they have such a bright light, and it's just something just tore them apart, and they shut down or they just stop talking, or depression, you know. Those things hit hard. When we can understand and energy a lot better, it's easier than having to decipher for what words they meant the way that they said them, right? Because now we're working with our spirit versus with our cognitive mind. Everybody has a pattern. People have patterns. You can watch how somebody's baseline behavior is on a day-to-day basis. You can notice when it fluctuates. You can observe, you know, with what they share with you, and just kind of try to understand. That's going to be some of your guys' greatest gifts is navigating through that when you can let go of the stuff that has been done to you and the crappy spots that you've been put in. That's a big thing right now. I really feeling Spirit saying yes, yes, you know, is understanding that maybe you get misunderstood a lot. So this might be actually something that you're able to master in this lifetime, is the understanding of yourself so that you can deeper understand other people. You know what it feels like to not be understood or to be misled by words and misled by actions of others, because we're ruling from a heart space. We have to have a balance in all things. So your ability to communicate is improving at this time, which will make it easier for you to interact with a broad spectrum of individuals. Number 666 is to reflect. And we were just talking about that, reflecting on the things that are going on within so that we can work on the without. Several unexpected developments will enter your life and impact how you feel. This is a chance to reevaluate your identity. You need a mental shift towards greater optimism, self-assurance, and trust. Put your faith in your gut and your inner voice. Pay attention to the feelings and use them to help you and others become a better person. Exactly what we were just talking about. 666-0330 and 1818. Also 99 is really sticking out to me. I feel like I need to pull one more out of the number deck. That raven is really going off right now. It is such a beautiful evening, man. I love being outside. I love sitting by the trees. Somebody can be seeing 111 a lot at this time, or catching it at 1111 or 111, either in the morning or the night. 1, 2, 3, 4 could also be another one. That's progression. Messages for the highest good of all. 777. I kind of feel like that one is as well for me. I seen that on the license plate, and that's the one that stuck out the most. I was like, what a lucky fucker to have 777 on your license plate. You know, when you roll, you gamble, and it goes to the sevens. I don't know why. That's something that my guide showed me in my third eye. Good luck. This message is most likely to reach you during intense uncertainty. You will come out winning from everything that may come your way. It is also a sign that you have much life experiences and wisdom to share. Yet you'll need enthusiasm and efforts to get the message to others. Amen. Did we not just talk about that? Spirit's like really bringing it home tonight, huh? Well, in my perspective, that's what it feels like. You know what I've noticed? I keep telling you guys to think of a question, and 3 times I did not pull the freaking question card. I rewatched and I was like, oh my gosh, pull the cards, they're right in front of you. But for some reason, I didn't pull them. So, I'm going to put them in my hand, and I'm not going to let them go. So think of a question right now for the higher good of yourself or your situation. Ask your guides to bring through the message that you need most right now through my vessel to you. Somebody feels stuck on a question. Well, I don't know. I said the highest, for the highest good, the highest good. Guys ready? Hit that like button, or the like button. Hit that like button. Hit the heart button if you guys got your question. That way I know. Hearing a song come through right now. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger, yeah. That's interesting. Normally I don't channel songs that often, so. And that specifically started coming through. Isn't that the Cranberries? Somebody might need to drink cranberry juice or might have a urinary tract infection or kidney stones. Rubbing the nose, so that means you already know. Okay, here we go. Answer these questions for the highest good. Man, they're really putting it back on you guys, aren't they? Listen to your intuition. What is your intuition telling you? I'm being told the bottom of the deck, and it's not even exposed. Romance. Twin flame, and as I'm looking at that, I see the mirrored souls. That a lot of the times I feel like the twin flame is really coming back to the essence of your own self. Like, does anybody else ever feel like that with the twin flame journey? That it's really just rediscovering the true essence of who you are, or an enmeshment. Like right now I'm hearing, like a hybrid soul. Maybe you have genetics from two different star systems, and it's like enmeshment. Bringing those two aspects of yourself, seating them down here on Earth together, and it's an awakening of both sides of that genetic. You know how DNA kind of twists like this, and it's got two sides on the outside, connecting lines between the bars that go in between. That's what they're showing me in my mind is combining those two aspects. That's some very powerful DNA. And also the color yellow could be very important for somebody. Yellow. Maybe somebody is seeing yellow in their eyes, or I've noticed it's like a bunch of yellow cars. If this doesn't have to resonate right now at this moment, but this could be something that you're resonating with. My third eye on my hand is itching. So for somebody that's, maybe they're seeing it in their eye, okay, or you're going to be seeing it. If you start seeing a bunch of yellow everywhere, and this message will come and go, but that's going to be a sign for you that you have that DNA I was talking about, a hybrid DNA, very powerful DNA. So your incarnations, or who you and what you've been seeded with, could be very the dogs over there going off, ancient wisdom, and being able to combine those two, a gatekeeper and a way maker, a way shower, a torch bearer. It is a bumpy ride, Hot Rod, isn't it? It's the perspective that we look at. It's like, man, here it comes again. But I've noticed the more that shit hits the fan in my life, and sometimes it's really good, but I almost find that quite boring, when it's just good and easy, because that's how I get the messages. That's how when things are difficult or I'm experiencing things, the more experiences I have, the more that I can share, because my spirit guides and I are really working on my perspective in which that I see things from, and how I can shift that into like a different dimensional reality. It's like literally changing the way that I see the world, or certain aspects of it, and I can tap and tune into a lot of them. As bumpy as it is, man, I might be bawling my eyes out, but I might sit there and just be like, hey, let me find the lesson in this. I know it sucks right now, but what are you trying to show me within myself that I get to let go of, or what's within me universe, that you're trying to show me these aspects that I need to heal or that I need to work on or something I need to look at. Because 90% of the time, that means that you're going to be encountering that in the near future, and that's something that we're talking about light workers and working for humanity, that we're going to be able to seed and help somebody else with, because we're like, man, I went through that. And then that's where that understanding the energy part goes through, right? Not what so much what somebody's saying, but the energy that you're feeling off of them. Maybe they can't cry, or they have these blockages, and you're just an open vessel for, the light to work through, and your own guides will channel through you what you need to say at that time. But if you realize that spirit's coming onto you, it allows you to say, okay, just relax and let it flow. Right now, I just got the most exciting feeling in my heart chakra. Totally opened up my whole heart right now. I could definitely feel that. So that's very important, the perspective and the bumpiness. You can handle it, and that's why it was given to you. You can alchemize it and do something with it. This hot rod, I think, for you, you're going to be able to alchemize things really good, because you're very resilient and have an ability to bounce back quite quick. You can recorrect what your guides are showing me. Confirmation bird just flew by. You can correct your mind. You're able to do that really fast, and then you do it in a flash of a second. But it's easier for your programmed mind to kind of be like, oh man, that sucks, because we look at it like, oh, but I'm still going through something. You're going to start being able to turn that on, that light switch that says, okay, I got it, and then keep it on. Now help me dissect it. What does that mean? What is this for? And if you're not getting at the time, I know, guides, and I affirm in you that you're going to help me understand it. Universe, for the highest good of all, help me to understand this so that I can execute it and have this, exponential amount of soul growth. Hi, Melissa! I messaged you today. I haven't seen you on there, so I figured you were probably busy. I got my reading. You are friggin' amazing. Can't wait to share how well it resonates and how hard it hit home and helped. I love doing your reading. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I definitely can't wait to get on email and chat with you, because that was a very, very intense reading. And man, can I just say that a lot of it really resonated with myself. So, God, I love doing your guys' personal readings. Tomorrow I will be getting 3 more done. I didn't expect personal readings to go like that, to have such a... I didn't expect you guys to want personal readings like that. I didn't. I've watched tarot for a long time, but for me, it's... I didn't trust anybody with my energy, because at the time I was really scared of witchcraft and what people getting in my energy, or them seeing something in my future and then trying to block it. So I was always scared to put my energy out there. So the fact that you guys have a different perspective and you guys trust me with your energy, and to be able to just be a part of your life and your journey, and you guys can see that it's divinely orchestrated, I'm really grateful, and I really enjoy doing them. I will say I can't rush and just sit down and do, because they're an hour long, they get pretty lengthy. Especially if your guides are really coming through. I think Melissa's was like an hour and 10 minutes. It does take a lot of energy out of me. So, and it's not, and then I got to get out of that energy, go clear, go ground, and then come back. But I know when Spirit leads me out here to sit down, I know it's your turn, your time's up, and they're saying, okay, now it's time. And whatever you have gone through prior to the reading, I know that it's supposed to come through, and it's for a reason. So for some of you, it's taken a few days to get them out there. Thank you guys for being patient with me, but that's just kind of how my energy works, because I want to be able to tap in. It's not just about the money or the job of doing it. It's the joy of doing it. It's the energy. It's the being able to work with the cosmos in that way, and be able to not miss anything for you, or have distractions or a lot going on. I want to give you my whole heart when I do it. So, was at the cabin, not good service. Oh, girl got out in that nature. That's so funny. That was part of your read. I just got goosebumps everywhere. That was everywhere. I've never trusted my energy with another either, Melissa says. Never was one requested a reading from anyone. Yeah, I'm with you the same way. So thank you for trusting me. That you guys don't know how much that means to have trust and confidence. Especially, it's one thing, it's like watching somebody's kids. To have somebody watch your kids, like that's your children, that's your little people. And it's kind of like the same thing with your inner self. It's like, don't hurt her, she's all I got. This is that thing inside. The outside shell's what we're building back up, but the inside kind of feels a little not so put together all the time, right? Because we're rehealing that part of our soul and our DNA, and we're growing it back together as we fix things and heal things and let go of things. I have the tiniest little spider right now going up on a little piece that is so cool. Maybe somebody else has been seeing spiders. I'm going to tell you guys something really crazy. You want to know how delusional my thoughts are, but how real. The crazier it is, when you lose your mind, you find your soul. Insects lately. I was watching Ant-Man on Marvel or Avengers. Can't remember what it is. I was watching Ant-Man last night, and he was saying, yeah, I've been watching you. I get messages through the TV a lot, and I was like, how many insects have, other vibrational beings, just been the fly on the wall. They talk about the fly on the wall. I'm like, maybe that's where that really comes from. But insects, you know what I mean? Like, you're never alone, right? Energy-wise, but they're able to shift and transform into stuff. And I noticed I've been being buzzed a lot by flies. I've been being buzzed a lot by spiders. I had a bee in my shed, not flying around, just laying on the ground when I walked in, and I was in my garden today. I started watering the garden, and all these frogs started hopping out. Birds are going crazy around me. I walked out, my neighbor's dogs, I swear her dog's a dragon. I know it. Her name's Luna. She's a big black German Shepherd. She's nuts. She's just a baby, but I mean, her energy is, feeling that energy is what I'm talking about. All three of them knew when I was going to the shed, barking, and I was like, yeah, guys, I'm coming to do the read. They knew. It's just stuff like that. Animals, I think, tell a lot. Tapping into animal energy is, not a lot of people really talk about it. I do, because I've rode horses my whole life. I was born and raised a cowgirl. Working and moving animals, and animals have a big part of my life. They're very special souls. I've watched my dog shapeshift from a boy back into a dog. I know it sounds delusional. People are like, yeah, that's fucking cool. You're fucking psycho. But you know what? I've just been gifted to see other things. There's so many things among us and around us that we don't realize because we're not seeing energy. We're not believing in energy. Everything's possible. Everything is possible. That's all I can say. You think this is all we are? You think you know what I mean? This is flesh, and it's a 9 to 5, and you spend more time at work than you do on your $1,700 a month mortgage at home. You get 8 hours at home, and the rest of your day spent either in the car commuting or at work or doing other things, the grocery shopping, and then you get literally 8 hours at your house. $1,700 a month you're spending on your rent, at least. That's crazy. Your car gets more you time than your bed does. Your shower, cooking at your kitchen, got to get that, They just keep you busy, man. There's more to life than that. That's the Matrix. That's exactly what that is. That's what they want to do, is they want to distract you from what really is important. Where is... I'm hearing... This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, yeah. I don't have the best singing voice, but I don't mind coming through for spirit, so... Let's get something on this intuition and this connectivity, creating new psychic pathways for ourselves, what that might be looking like for the collective right now. Any tips, tricks, or I work for tips or tricks. Ask, Rash, or Cash. Lately, I've been having the worst tongue twisters. I know we had Mercury retrograde coming up again. I'm not exactly sure when it is, but lately, especially with YouTube uploading my videos, the other day I did a 45-minute video. It was up within I don't even know, 2 hours. Personal read I did was an hour long, and it wasn't up for 4 or 5 hours. I just thought it, the technology or the lag in it is really interesting. I could go on about some more of my conspiracy theories, but I'm I'm sure you guys have your own and kind of pick up on what I'm saying with that. Until now. Hot Rod says, I think one of my cars is a dragon too. Oh, one of my cats. I was going to say, I've never heard the car before. One of my cats. For real, cats are... Man, I'm hearing the Sphinx right now. I'm so done with the Matrix. You know what? The Matrix knows when you get in that vibration of like... What's funny is I laugh. I'm like, huh. You know, I see the chaos. But as humans, we correlate chaos and order as being two opposites. You know what I mean? It's the way that our brain is programmed. Sometimes in the chaos is like where you get a lot of the universal messages. You know, they try to rush you and make you feel all frustrated, and that's when I take a deep breath and I'm like, aha, got him. See what you're doing here. You know what I mean? Because you got to remember, there are lower entities and deities that are aware, and anything that could be used as a distraction, pain, grief, sadness, rush, work, being late, knowing you're going to get reprimanded for any of those things, it puts in our mind like, oh fuck, I'm in trouble, or I gotta hurry, or I gotta get this done. Timelines. It's like, fuck you, I'm working my own timeline. I'll be there when I'm damn there. If you want to fire me from this job, I guarantee the universe has one lined up, because you're really starting to ride my last spiritual nerve anyways. I don't know. It's you guys are gonna grow in realizing the Matrix and what it is, and that's how what they do is they steal your energy and get you worked up. Laugh at it, you know what I mean? Just be like, that's friggin' hilarious, and be grateful when you can see the Matrix in the working, because a lot of people can't, and that goes back to talking about being sensitive to energy. You guys are gonna know, and the fact that you brought that up, Hot Rod, I really believe 77 in the chat right now, 7 and 7 likes. It's a lucky number. People are really gonna start tapping into some sudden realizations of what's going on around them and within them. When you can start to manifest and control and decipher and discern and alchemize things that are coming from within here, you get this blockade barrier of what can infiltrate it and what's going out. You start to take that and shift it, and that's how people start creating their own realities. That's coming through for some reason, for the highest good of all. Holy Spirit, holy angels. Ooh, and I was going to tap on this too. We're actually going to read from that. Adopt, adapt, intuitive rituals. This one came out the other day, 64. I feel like 1964 is an important year. Rituals are not necessary as your intuition, but for some people, rituals may heighten, encourage, or focus intuition. Rituals can be as simple as lighting a candle, saying a prayer, placing your hand over your heart, ringing a bell, or sitting in a certain spot. Adapt the rituals of others, or your own. Wherever, maybe you guys lately have been guided to a certain spot, or you like to be, you like to sit. That's when you're realizing that this is my spot where I tap in to my energy. This is where I work with my guides. They'll lead you, they'll guide you. Just go where you listen. If you have an urge to like, oh, I want to go sit on the back porch, or I haven't laid on the trampoline in a while, or I really want to take a drive down to the park and watch the ducks, go. Okay, because something's going to happen there. Just start listening. It might sound crazy. If you feel like you need to go brush your hair for some reason, go brush your hair. You might find a receipt or something on it that has a name, or it could be Kroger's grocery store, and maybe you need to go there. Just allow yourself to be led, okay, and trust it, because just as the Matrix has a plan, so does your soul. So be led by that and listen to your higher self. I told you guys, feel like lighting candle, light the candle. That's fire energy. You might needing to be working with that at that specific time. Number 18, respect guidance dreams. Sleep can be a time of mystical awakening, and I was going to tell you guys, this feels so huge right now. I had the most craziest dream last night, and I'll share it with you guys. I do feel like animals is a big thing, and a lot of you have been dreaming a lot more lately, and I feel like a while ago on a read, I said, ask your guides before you fall asleep to take you, like I asked to meet with Yeshua, and you know what I mean, and my guides. Set an intention. I want to experience, give me signs and synchronies for my daily life or what I have going on. You can ask and your guides will show you. Set a strong intention, put your hand on your heart, whatever you feel. Light a candle, and then you can blow the candle out and ask. Not all dreams convey intuitive messages, but drawing this card indicates you're currently receiving some interesting sixth sense guidance between the sheets. I heard somebody say that's as much in between the sheets as I'm getting. At dawn, quickly record the vivid, memorable nuances of your nocturnal adventures. Discern which of your nightly dreams deserve your waking attention. Discern. Intuition, that is what discernment is. Got me wrapped around your finger, yeah. Alright. Expanded meaning. Some people naturally receive a significant number of guidance dreams from their intuition as a part of their individual intuitive makeup, while others might go through phases when the guidance dreams arrive more frequently in navigational tools. Dissecting your dreams for intuitive wisdom can be like panning for gold, where a lot of debris get discarded and not useful. Enrich, shiny, and immediately obvious if it is revealing truths or showing you which direction to take. An intuitive dream can be a treasure trove of insight if it was predictive. Sometimes when your intuition can't get a message through your awake state, your sixth sense will deliver it in a dream where you are asleep and more open to receiving it. Action steps of this card. Pay special attention to dreams you remember vividly when you awake. Dreams in which you wake up in the middle of the dreams that feel very real and intense, dreams that feature spirit guides or departed loved ones, dreams that convey specific, particular information you could not have known otherwise, and dreams that keep coming back to the mind days later. While becoming familiar with general dream interpretation symbols can be useful, what's even more helpful is discerning with your intuition what a guidance dream means to you personally. Practice this art form now. Keeping a dream journal can be enlightening because some dreams that seem insignificant at the time will make more sense in hindsight, revealing significant inclusive clues and themes. And we were talking about that too up here, not about the dreams, just things coming back to you. Things that seem insignificant, right? Maybe not understanding everything at the time, and you might not get it, but it will come back. Everything is aligning perfectly in this read. It's so simple. It's so simple. So I had a dream, and I woke up. Okay, I remembered it because when I have specific dreams, especially if it has to do with animals, I tell myself I'll wake up enough just to say, "Don't forget this dream," and I'll point out a few specifics, repeat it in my head. And then I'll fall asleep because I have a baby. I'm still breastfeed at night, and my 2-year-old that sleeps with me and my husband. So I can't just be turning on a light and then writing, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to be up all night. But I'm getting to where I can coach myself. I'm programming my mind to do that. And last night we were at an old ranch. I didn't really recognize it too much, but it had an essence of familiar. There was a place that was abandoned with a bunch of houses, and it had a bunch of stuff just left there. And my husband and I went not too long ago and went treasure hunting. We found a bunch of cool, like, huge insect zapper lights. Just, I like treasure hunting like that through stuff that's left behind. I mean, I found some antique watches. Man, this place was so cool. It was like a trade post that people would bring a bunch of stuff and they would do trades, or can't remember exactly what you would call it. Super cool. I got like so many Johnny Cash, like 1930s records on vinyl that I found. Michael Jordan posters, just like some cool stuff. A Pica typewriter from like the early 20s. Just really interesting stuff. Well, we were back there again, but it was a bunch of trailers. They were like double wides and stuff. And in this stream, you know, the doors in a double wide, how they're kind of like that door skin. It's really thin stuff. Like, you know, you always see people punch them and it just goes right through. Well, this door, it was brown like that. And I was in there with my kids, and I was trying to get my husband. I was like, you know, we need to leave because I could feel, you know, a bunch of mountain lions were coming down off of the mountains. And I was like, okay, why the fuck are mountain lions here? Like, we need to leave. But we were trying to shower before we left for some reason. And I tried pulling the door shut but there was no knob on it, so I had to put my fingers in the hole to hold it shut. And this cougar kept trying, like, it wasn't violent or attacking like that, but it was like smart and could open the door. And I was like, oh my god, it's right behind me, like. But big ass fucking pumas, mountain lions, brown, long tail. They were in my dream. So I looked up that dream, and basically it was talking about becoming more awakened and having the confidence to do certain things. I just checked the small thing, but tonight I'm actually going to get into that a lot more. And I asked my guides to help me remember, and I remembered it. Then I started my morning, you know, with the phone call from my mom to get my kids, and my ex-husband, hey, you guys coming? I was like, hey, plans changed, and getting the kids breakfast, and a lot of stuff just kind of, and I was like, okay, what the hell was my dream? So I was sitting and getting ready, and I was like, please, you know, I was asking my guide Opal, I said, can you please help me remember that dream if it's significant enough, and if it's for my highest good for me to remember it. Didn't remember it until I got on the road heading to Boise, and I was like, I seen two signs, a sign that said eagle, and then I passed a trailer or a semi, beautiful purple, and it said eagle on it. And I was like, wow, that's too, you know what I mean? I just paid attention to stuff like that. A day in a life in my brain, guys, you would be like, whoa, 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 whoa. It's all day. Then I go up a little bit further as we pass in the semi and come around it. Here's an RV, and it says Cougar on the back, which I actually used to build Cougar RVs at Keystone RV in Pendleton, Oregon. I used to build trailers. So I was like, okay, and that's how I knew, because I recognized, you know, the brand, and I was like, Cougars, that's what was in my dream. And then it started to come back to me. So obviously I wasn't supposed to know until that point, and then I told my husband about the dream, but the fact is that I remembered it. My guides brought it back through for me, and I said if it was for the highest good of all, which is why I need to go look it up. Angel number 333 just popped up on my screen, so that could be important for somebody. I want to pull, where's that deck? I'm going to pull from this deck. I know lately the reads have kind of changed up a little bit, and sometimes I like channel a lot, but for right now I feel like I'm in this teacher role of kind of just putting out more information for you guys to learn how to reflect within, and how to work with your own energy, and how to change thought forms or tap into different thought forms and reprogram your brain. So I've been doing a lot of reading from like goddess decks and, you know, the psychic pathways and stuff like that. And for some of you that don't like it, I apologize, but that's just kind of, I go where I'm led by spirit, and I feel like that is something that is helping a lot of the, you know, my very dedicated listeners that tap in to listen to what spirit has to say. So I'm just going with that. So I really hope that that is resonating with you guys, because I feel led to do it. It'll change over time. I just kind of go with the flow with what spirit is guiding me to do. So I do hope that these messages are finding you guys on a soul level and helping you, whether it's dreams or daydreams, or helping you guys to look at things with a different perspective. Laura said perspective is 100% of everything, and she is absolutely right. Your perspective is your reality, and that's so important to remember that. For the highest good of all. Messages that the collective needs most right now is working with us on this endeavor of soul growth, soul evolution. Just had a bug hit right off my crown chakra. I heard you'll know when you know. The Lotus, undying love. The love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. Man, somebody needed to hear that today. And the more you work on being loving and moving from the heart space, it's something that grows your soul and lasts forever. And it's something, when you incarnate over and over again, it's going to be one of the easiest frequencies for you to remember and to tap back into. It's a gift. Being able to love and be benevolent is the best gift, because people can't shit on your parade, but yet you can show them, you can mirror back to them, yeah, how they're being. But when you say something wise and people are like, oh yeah, whatever, fucking love you, that's bullshit. I just say, you know, I respect you, and I send you so much love, and I hope that you can wake up to the things that you're saying, because, you know, words are powerful, and they do come back around, and, you know, you might not be aware, but what you say and do to others will find you. Somebody in this lifetime will come back and mirror that to you when you, exactly at your lowest point, how you did to that person. I promise you. That's just how it works. And it's going to be when you need a hug or you need love the most, And it could be, just know, it's so important to become more consciously aware of how you're moving throughout this universe, is what I want to say, throughout this earth. But I guess we are moving throughout the universe, right? We're multidimensional beings. Lotus, undying love. Where are we at? Undying love. Number 21, which is the 3, body, mind, and spirit. It's a cohesion of all 3, I guess, wouldn't it be? Coming back to the essence of yourself. Lotus, undying love. The love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. Message from Lotus. I don't know why I said Lotus. That's just my dyslexia. It's I-S-O-L-T. Isolt. I botch these all the time. My neighbor actually messaged me. She goes, that's not Guinevere, it's Guinevere. And I was like, thanks. Isolt. We're going to go with Isolt, the Lotus. Good Lord, have mercy. It's funny because that is the same letter, most of them. I'm just going to read. When it comes to matters of the heart, your help is here. It is all around you and also inside of you. Your inner wisdom may seem quieted by any pain that you feel, yet be assured that the healing you're undergoing is swift and efficient, and you truly are healing from the inside out. First, your heart must heal from this grief, loneliness, and any feelings of betrayal. This can take some time, so be patient with yourself. Treat yourself as you would any aligning person, with caution, gentleness, and tenderness. Next, get yourself out in the world, not in a harsh fashion, but with outings to parks, forests, and such, which are essential to lightening your outlook. Nature is the greatest healer, you see. That's why I am frequently amidst the flowers and the trees. Although they may seem quiet on the outside, they're quite talkative when you breathe and simply ingest their magical tones and conversation. Spend time among the forests and the trees, as well as the plants and the animals, and you will regain your foothold upon this planet. You'll revive your sense of spirit and your desire to tread among the living once again. I promise you that your heart will mend, and that you will also help others in the fashion along the way. Various meanings of this card. Love from your romantic partner is eternal, regardless of outward appearances. You're healing from a breakup. You're healing from some other type of loss. Let go of old relationships to make room for new ones. The love that you send into the world is an important part of your divine purpose. Your deceased loved one is happy and sends you love. Somebody really needed to hear that today. About Isolt. The legendary Celtic goddess was caught in a tragic love triangle between her husband, King Mark of Cornwall, and Sir Tristan, a handsome and noble knight. Throughout the scenario, Isolt was courageous in dealing with her respect for her husband and her profound love for Tristan. Today, Isolt helps us through the corridors of relationships, love, including family, romantic, parental, and friendship. She reminds us that regardless of the situation, our love is real, powerful, and undying. Call upon Isolt whenever you need help with any relationships, including your connection with the departed loved ones. Really beautiful. I really like the part when they were saying when you take a breath in, how much magic the flowers and the trees have. Okay, and then I was going to pull one from the Divine Masters deck, and then I'm going to get off of here. Tomorrow I will spend the majority of the morning and afternoon. Today we had our granddaughter. I've noticed too with personal readings, the more that I try to make time to get out here, if I schedule it, it always gets pushed off or to a different time, or other people need help. Like we have other friends that are in domestic relationships right now that we have to go, we went and picked up a motorcycle, or, that leaves me with all of the kids and we have our granddaughter, or, we're taking the kids to Oregon. Would you just get in there? Oh, they're shuffling, man. So everything is happening for a reason, and I just trust in that, because I kind of get this feeling of like, I really need to get this done. They're expecting it, they're waiting it, and then I trust the universe that you're going to put me out here in the perfect timing that's going to bring through the most perfect message. Just listening to energy, that's honestly one thing that I've really been working on, is how do I feel? Why, when I'm sitting in my chair inside the house, I'll have my, the screen door open, and I can look, our backyard's about an acre. Just I think it might even be, I think it's an acre of just, it's lined with trees. It's absolutely beautiful. One of these days, when it's not blowing like a tornado out here, I'm going to take the camera outside and record on the picnic table out back, so that you guys can kind of get a feel for the energy that I get to be in, but becoming more cognizant of the energy that I feel. I'll sit there and then I'll look up at the tree, and then two birds will come and sit. There won't be nothing there until I look. And that's just like Spirit saying, yes, you heard the call. Yes, you looked. Because I'll feel an energy first before I do that. I don't know if you guys have been doing that or noticing those same events within, your reality or your timeline of what you're going through. I feel like you guys really have been, which is probably why I'm talking about it. All right. Divine Masters, the voice of my inner teacher, I call on you now. Awaken and activate. I am willing to remember, and so it is. For the highest good of the collective, please, Divine Masters that are working with us through this transitional period of working from the heart space, working on these fields of energy, and learning how to be one with the universe and recognizing the oneness within us all. The messages that the collective needs most, please, Holy Spirit, holy angels. Saint Germain, the violet flame. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Told you guys I'm going to share with you this reader that I watch, and he's actually, he's it all. He is a very ancient energy within him. We align so much as far as like having addictions and moving past them, and just the way he delivers the message. It's not for publicity. It's not about, your boyfriend left you, da 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 da. He really speaks about the soul. He speaks about, man, I'll share on my community post a few reads, and then you guys can go find him. If you like him, subscribe. But he actually works with the pendulum, and he's an alchemist. Like, he heals and transmutes energy. And I'm telling you, he talks about the violet flame so much, and that's one thing that I've been seeing when I close my third eye. And then the fact that the violet flame came out, I feel like some of you are really going to align with his energy and how he rolls. He's just different, and he's all about the evolution of the soul. That's what it is. It's teaching about love. It's over the top. It aligns with me so much. Saint Germain, alchemy, release the old, make way for the new. That happened to me today. I felt to look and found myself surrounded by 50 to 100 dragonflies. Oh man, you got dragonflies? I've not seen a dragonfly and I don't even know how long. That's significant. I'm hearing Soul Tribe. You might actually have your star family coming around. Alright, here we go. Saint Germain, please. Saint Germain, 127. Alright. I don't know if you guys can see this good, but look at the eyes on this energy. They're absolutely pure. It's like, if I could express, like looking into Jesus's eyes. The Count of Saint Germain was the 18th century European adventurer and alchemist. During his life on Earth, it is said that he rubbed shoulders with some of the most elite members of the European society, but his background was shrouded in mystery. My kind of guy. He was acknowledged to be a man of miracles because he was noted as alchemist and a musician and apparently never aged. He claimed to be over 500 years old, though most likely this was a joke. I'm hearing it wasn't. He was known for giving public demonstrations of magic, illusions, telepathy, and probably a member of the Rosicrucian order. Rumor has it that even though he moved in a highly influential circles, he probably felt like an outsider because he was an illegitimate child. Thus, from the heavenly realm, he helped those who call on him to find their place in the world. He is also associated with the spiritual energy called the violet flame, which can be invoked to aid in transformation. Your message. You are a powerful vortex of transmutation and change. The violet flame of transformation is with you, and all that has felt heavy, overwhelming, and dark is being transformed into opportunities for growth and freedom. Past dramas are now being cleared from your energy, and if you are concerned about how to move forward, know that willingness is enough and that the universe will take care of the rest. Surrender and release the old, the past, all that no longer serves you. In order for the new to enter your life, you must make an energetic space to welcome it. Know that what has happened to you will never define you, and that you have the ability to surmount all that has held you back. This is time of alchemy, where you take what feels like lead and turn it into gold, or in your case, health, wealth, and loving connections with others. That's just so spot on. That's everything we talked about as energy today. I'm probably going to label this reading The Violet Flame. The Violet Flame, Learning Alchemy. Wow. I feel like there's a big presence of energies that are working with those that are willing to shift, and those that are focused consciously on really working on the past traumas, the dramas, and letting it go. I know you guys are. I know you wouldn't sit here and listen to me this long talk about looking within and working on these things. You know, nothing else matters. It doesn't matter, you know, if you're with somebody that ain't treating you right. You can't change any of that until you work on here. All you're going to feel from them is frustration. All you're going to feel from them is disappointment. All you're going to feel is failure to meet your expectations, because you're holding you're holding something in. You need to release that so that you can get a new perspective, so that you can take a new energy. My right ear is ringing. It is just really important that you guys realize that the work that you're doing and being on here, and whatever facets of energies that you tap into that, you know, speak on relatable things, is really important. You guys are going to hit the mark every time that you're working from the heart space, every time that you're focused on becoming more and more healed, so that you can help heal others. Everything that you're going through is exactly what you're probably going to be helping other people with. So learning to master the illusions, recognize them, carry the perspective that sees why you had to go through a specific situation. Is it really important to hang on to that piece of property? Do you really need to fight over it, you know, with corrupt family members, or, you know, a landlord that's trying to kick you out and you've lived there for 10 years and no, you know, not enough time in advance, or your family that hasn't evolved? You can't worry about those things. You can't worry about them. What you can do is focus on you, and then when you have these interactions with them, allow yourself to display what you've been working on. Don't just do it in your mind and then be met with it and not be able to execute that, you know. Numbers to be on the lookout for this week, or until we're on here next, is 0303. When chances present themselves, seize them and do something out of the ordinary. Whether in your professional or personal life, you will find success by welcoming creative impulses and having faith in your own abilities. Trust in change and take risk on opportunities that could change your life for the better. 444. Alright, guys. I'm going to pull one message from the archangels, and then I'm going to head inside and spend some time with my family. For the highest good of the collective that will see this message, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. 2. 3. Number 12. Perspective. Thank you, Spirit, for tying that in. There's a better way. Pause and reflection and insight. Dare to be different. The Six of Gabriel. Congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project. Awards, scholarships, and promotions. I feel like that those scholarships are accolades in the spiritual realm. Retrieving back part of the essence of who you are and being able to tap into that in such a way. Ace of Raphael. A positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. You can't ask for more than that, man. When the Spirit comes in, and I love that perspective number 12 came out. That's that 3 again when you take it back in. Everything tied so well together. So well together. Can I get a Moons card for when we expect to see this energy, when we're able to tap into the energy and start to awaken in that sense of ourselves as a collective, being more cognizant of the energy for the collective, for the highest good of all. Be bold and make the first move, the Cardinal Moon. Got me wrapped around your finger, yeah. You know I'm such a fool for you. I don't not know why that is coming through so heavily. It's very interesting because I normally don't channel songs that often. Romance, as I set the card down. That's definitely for somebody. It's definitely for somebody. Alright guys, I'm out of here. You guys take care. For those of you that have personal reads, either tomorrow evening or the next morning, if you're on the list of the 3 that are coming out, you will be receiving your personal reads. Melissa, I'm really glad that you liked personal reads and that worked out for you. I look forward to you emailing me. If you're watching this and you're new to my channel, I just want to let you know that I do offer personal reads. It's a personalized video that is a link sent directly to you. You can keep the video forever, or as long as you need to reflect on it until you're ready and you feel like you've shifted from that energy, and you can come back for another read. They're keepsakes. It's from your spirit guides through me. This isn't me telling you what to do. These are channel messages directly and specifically for your personal energy and what you're going through at this time. I have a PayPal that I did add to my description box on my YouTube page. My email address is angeldynasty33@gmail.com. It's all lowercase. My Cash App is also in the description box if you guys feel like you want to donate to the channel. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I just hopped on and heard the Cranberries. That's very interesting. Yeah, I was surprised I actually knew who sang that. I used to listen to a lot of that with, you know, my parents and stuff. I was born in '88, so I was definitely around that type of music. But that's basically all I have. I wish you guys the best. Continue to look within. Know that you guys are loved. Know that you have everything that it takes to tap into your own wisdom. For those hybrids that are going to be seeing that yellow, if that resonates with you and that actually happens to you, you should either send me an email or leave a comment, because I would definitely love to know more about that. If you guys are interested in a very intellectual video, I labeled it Star Seeds Use Discernment in my community page. If you guys want to watch that video, and then for those of you that feel like you work with dragon energy, there is, I posted another thing in the community post about this guy that actually was an atheist. He ends up seeing energy frequencies, and this is all tying in, isn't it? And it was dragons, and he actually speaks in a language, you know, kind of how I do, and it ended up being a dragon light language. This story will blow your freaking mind, but you need to watch it if you feel drawn to it, because there's definitely, I did that today for a reason. Just keep up doing what you're doing. I love you guys. Take care. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Oh, my grandma back. when I sit too long. Being a general contractor is definitely hard on the body. See you guys. Take care.